Yo, what's good? It's Skano. So it's no secret that Trump is gaining some support from male black demographic of voters. And a lot of people, even myself, have to question why black men would support somebody like Trump, who is, I mean, an obvious bigot, probably a racist, somewhat deranged. Trump has never been, for black people. I mean, if you know anything about Trump, like I said, the case that occurred in New York, late '80s, was that the New York Five. The young black man, I think it was a Latino too. One of them was a Latino. But anyway, there was a case where a young white lady, a jogger, was attacked and raped in a park in New York, one of the biggest metropolitan parks. I forgot the name of that park, but so these five dudes, five, like I said, minorities, four of them black, one of them Latino. They were arrested and wrongfully charged and convicted for this crime. And all of their lives turned out pretty messed up. I think the one Latino dude was able to get out and put together a decent, somewhat of a. But Trump was one of the main people in the forefront of that whole, trying them in the media, putting negative, rhetoric in the media, saying they should get the death penalty. It turns out they didn't even commit the crime. But like I said, Trump has been a whistleblower. Um, this is not anything new. You know what I'm saying? That dude is going to appeal to his demographic, and he throw out these little. We all know how the man work. So his ideas of giving the police force like full immunity. His ideology on law enforcement, that's worrisome. If I'm especially if you a black person in this country. You know what I'm saying? So there's many reasons not to vote for Trump. I'm saying if you a black man. But I think from an economic standpoint is what black men are looking at it from. So the black men that are supporters of Trump are looking at it from that aspect. When Trump was in office, black men were doing much better economically. You know what I'm saying? Um, and that's the general premise for voting for Trump because it ain't no other reason. It really there is no other reason. Because I mean, me personally, that's my only reason. And his immigration ideologies. So economic um, and his proposed immigration policies. Those are the only two reasons, man. Because there's no other reason that I could see black men being in alignment with Trump. No other reason. So let's be clear on that. But how has Trump been able to even, you know what I'm saying, garner the support of black men? Because Democrats have dropped the ball, as they have been for decades, and they just take, I think they take minority votes for granted in general, particularly black men. It's like, you know what I'm saying? And 9 out of 10 is not beneficial to, you know, our demographic. Democrats, we help get them in office, and like I said, nothing really changes. But the main issue that black men have with Kamala Harris specifically, when she was the attorney general in Cali, she passed a lot of policies that resulted in the mass incarceration of black men. Now, true enough, these individuals were involved in a criminal lifestyle, so they put themselves in that position. But she definitely, like I said, it would seem targeted, made certain policies and pushed, targeting a certain demographic. But it is what it is. And as far as, her policies, they flip flop. She's not consistent with her policies, man. She come off as disingenuous, like, just saying what she, and that's most politicians, just saying what we want to hear. They get the support, but you'll do that with any given demographic that you know what I'm saying, trying to cater to. So sometimes your ideologies is conflicting. So you come across, it comes across as dishonest. You know what I'm saying? So in your economic approach. So those three things are the three main issues, these immigration, her thoughts on immigration, her ideology on, economics, and as I said, her inconsistency. So for years, Democrats have been taking, like I said, just taking the black male voter for granted anyway. And some would argue that black men do not participate politically, you know, as much as we should. As I stated before, black women do outvote black men. But to be clear, and I can't speak for all black men, we're not a monolith. Most black men looking at it from the standpoint of it, regardless of who gets in office, it doesn't really benefit us. Who, Democrat, Republican, what you gonna do for us? So from that standpoint of it, that's how Trump has been able to, like I said, man, even though dude is, like, he is a bigot, he is a racist. Let's be clear. Outside of him being beneficial to my pockets, I cannot align at all with his ideologies. So, like I said, sometimes you have to, you know, choose the lesser of two worse evils. And sometimes you got to sit down and do business with people you detest, on a personal level. But looking at a bigger picture, that's what adults have to do sometimes. We can't always move off of feelings and emotions, and we have to look at things logically. And I think as black men, most of us realize that even though Trump is, like I said, as aforementioned, his characteristics, we feel like him being president is more beneficial to us, But as I said, man, the one thing that aside from dude just being a straight up, POS, his ideology about, this law enforcement giving them full immunity, that's worrisome to say the least, man. That's worrisome to say the least. That bothers me. So this dude cannot be trusted. Kamala Harris can't be trusted. It's like I said, man, at the end of the day, this is going to be a closer race than a lot of people really believe. This is going to be a closer race. I believe this election can be swung by the black male vote for one of the first times, excluding Obama, because everybody, all black people voted for Obama. Not all black people, but you know what I'm saying. I think for the first time in a long time, man, and one of the rare occasions where the black male vote, can determine which way this election goes. 216 Skano. You already know.